Alright. Let's see, do I have everything set up? Just about, which is good. And alright. Cool. Let's keep on going with that. Hold on. Is this working? No, it is. Copy. Totally forgot to do this. I think I already know who this is. Alright. 1 second. Let me get this going before I get started again. If you're new here, questions about dental, that's what I'm here for. 1 second. What is this going to be called? Alright. Let's get back to the game. See if I can continue well. Okay, there we go. I've lost my place. Alright, so that just about works. Let's try this one. I am just getting some practice rounds in here before I start doing anything else. Alright. And I have to have the sound taken off or else it always gets claimed. Oh, I've lost it. This is a weird pattern style. I've lost it. That was a nice string. No. Oh, my eyes are shutting off. I can't focus on it. Blinking way too much. Oh, that was a good string. Okay, I'm getting with that weird pattern that they're sending at me now. Just a crossover. Oof. Come on, I can beat it. I can beat it. Don't freaking die on me. Nice. Ugh, I need to move this up on the screen so I don't see the arrows coming through on the stream. It messes me up a little bit. Not bad. B for a song that I can't even hear. Kagetsu. Let's try this one. Man, that leaves real big dents in the wrists. Alright. Let's go again. This one's fast. Oh, that might be too fast for me to handle. they start getting complicated with their strings, I won't be able to keep up. Bro, and bombs? What the hell? Alright. Hopefully I can remember to not tap on those bombs. As long as they're not blue, yellow, or red, I shouldn't tap them. That got harder, but what was the BPMs on that? 175, and I'm at 225, so that's what, like 415 or something like that? 390. Okay, so I won't handle anything 175 or above. Juggernaut was that's a 13. I want to stay in the 14s, 15s range. As long as the 15s aren't going faster than 175, then I should be decent. Ice Angel. Let's jump this. 168 should be enough that my eyes can track. Ooh, I'm gonna try that one again. That snuck up on me. And that's a false one. Yep, can't handle 15s, I can only do 14s then. 14's my limit. Let me switch it over from this, and I want to play some Not in the Groove to really mess with my eyes. Let's go down here, switch this to Not in the Groove. Need to hide that so it doesn't mess with me. I also need to turn that down. And Not in the Groove is gone. Alright. Should be good. It's gonna actually be probably even tougher since I don't know the beat pattern. I think I can do 2s without too much issue. Alright. What the hell? That's being way too bad. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to handle that. Alright, let me go and change over to something else. There's another one I wanted to try out. Let's see. Hey, what's up? I know it's been a couple days, right? Hopefully you've been doing good. Not as tired as yesterday. Shoot, I was just like, I'm gonna get up. We're gonna put the kids down. When we're done putting the kids down, I'll come over, or I'll go out and do my normal nightly thing. But apparently my body was just telling me that that's not gonna happen, and we are going to go and stay asleep. And so that's what happened. And that's what I did. So that was yesterday's deal. Today, still feel tired, but I want to do something here. I kind of wanted to do some video editing because I'm in the mood to get another video going soon, so I kind of want to script it out and storyboard it. And if I can do that, I can probably start filming it by Thursday and Friday. That'll give me the weekend to edit it and probably put it out by the next Friday. So that's kind of what I'm really in the mood to doing, is getting another dental video out soon. But I need to see. I got a bunch of concepts. That's the thing. Is I have so many different little concepts of videos that I want to do, and it's just throwing a dart and just picking one either at random or something. Where's my thing at? Oh, look, we're over here. You're too funny, I swear. Yeah. Yeah. One of these homework. Ugh. Well, it will all be worth it once you're finally outside of it and looking back at all of it and it's like, yeah, those late nights weren't that bad. They give you tough stuff, I'm sure. Oh, I should do some. Oh no, I've kind of already thought about that one before. Out of all my different little video ideas that I have here, some of these are really not that hard to make. If I just have everything ready for me to videotape after I'm done at work, it shouldn't actually be that bad. It's not that hard either. I should just do toothbrushing techniques. It's super easy to do. And I have ideas to make it funny, which is my main thing, is just try to make it funny. These are all my ideas that I put down on paper to one day make a video on. And for most of the part, I have so many, but if I was to crank it out and if I get one of my family members to help me, what I want to do is I want to be able to get about 20 of these ones right here done. The main thing is just that I'll do voiceover, I'll script, I'll do voiceover. I'm gonna have them video edit in my style, and then they can kind of handle this version on their own while I'm video editing other ones that need just a little bit more me time, that doesn't require me like a sprite or like a cartoon version of me, because that's what I want to do for all these new concept ones. But when it comes to some of these, like, let's see, oh, like this one's just a whole idea that I wanted to have. This whole thing is just an easy one that I wanted to do with my kid, because it's kind of a kid version of what dental assistants do in a day. So that's a fun one that Halloween is coming up, so it kind of makes sense to get that in there. Repairing equipment, that's not too hard. Like if I do this first one, sucking up a cotton roll inside of one of our big suctions, that takes like no time to get the idea across and to show solutions. It'd probably be I could probably even put it out there as a short, but I need to think of some things, something comical, something funny to pair with it, which I have ideas on, which that would be like, let's go and put this on the second page. Set up cotton roll, never ending, no, I'm spelling that wrong. Handkerchief, that's what it is. I would like the organization of yours. I'm very inclined to go with the way. Pretty much, and I think that's the thing is I now that I've organized it out to be a big mess, now it's just even harder for me to even choose and try to select one. Because once I get into work and I'm done with the day, and I pretty much have like another hour and a half to just stick around, I could record a video, but then once I get everything set up, I'm just like, you know what? I just don't feel it right now to put myself in a TV mood to be able to like do some of the skits that I do. But I mean, some of the videos that I've made that recently that are doing really well was just, hey, you know, I just need to record this today. I could just get this, record it, it takes like 30 minutes time, then I can just go and take that, edit it, add all my other funny stuff to it, and it works out. So those have been doing good recently, but I can pick from these. I even have this one. I have bleaching trays. That's one that I've been really wanting to do on how to make bleaching trays. And I can actually just do it out of my little lab, but I don't see why I don't. Actually, I super could. There really wouldn't be an issue with me just putting it right there facing me. So that might be something that I end up doing, because I already recorded one. But the thing that sucks about the recording that I did, and I did great. I have good jokes in there. I have nice punchlines. And when I recorded it, my microphone that I had pinned to my jacket was too close, or the recording just was way too loud, so I couldn't use it. But I have all the footage. I have all the stuff right there, so I just need to go and look through that video, take out a couple of the jokes that I want, and then just redo it again with everything working in one side. So bleaching trays or whitening trays. That's an easy one. I already have a lot of the legwork done. I just need to do it again. But I think I'm going to do it at the bench for this one. I actually don't need to be at work to do that one, so that might actually be my next one. That was a fun one. A lot of people like seeing that. Another one, chair won't go down. That's an easy one. That's like a 30-second thing, 60-second thing explanation. I can make that into a TikTok, or I can make that into a shorts video, or an Instagram video. That's not too hard. Some of these are a little bit harder. Overhead light, the light that goes and shines into the mouth, that not turning on. That one's a little bit complicated because there's some wiring and some electronics that we have to deal with, and switches, so that's a little bit more complicated. Handpiece hose is torn on the side. I can do handpiece hose. I actually already have a video recorded. I think I have the video recorded. I have it voiceovered, but it's a very dry explanation video, and after I was done with it, I wasn't happy with my results. So I have another handpiece hose that needs to be replaced in the same way, so I'm going to re-record it. I think I'm going to have to do voiceover because it's nothing that I'm going to talk about in the meantime. But I think I'm going to voice over it, and I'm going to try to fit some jokes. I already have footage already made, so I can just kind of pull from there as I need to. But I need to bring it down to a 4-minute video, because I think it's like a 12 or 15-minute video. It needs to be quicker. It needs to be about 4 or 5 minutes with easy to understand explanation in there. We will see the what is it called, the back cover, which is such an odd name for it, but that's definitely gonna be in the cards pretty soon. If I can do these two videos, number 7 and number 8, if I can actually figure out how to dissolve these materials, that would be a really big thing in my field, because they are very well known to never come off. Like SDF, sodium diamine fluoride, if you get that on your skin or on like your countertop, it'll stain it it'll stain it black. But eventually those will wear off. The skin will dissolve it, it'll go away. The countertop, you buff it out, it'll go away. But if you get it on your scrubs, it will never go away if it gets on fabric. So if I can figure out a way to make a solvent, to make something that will actually take it off, that'll be a big thing for my field. And same thing with vinyl with polyvinyl siloxide. If I can figure out a way to get that material to come off, that would also be a big thing. So that's like dental impressions that they use to make dentures or crowns. If I can find a way to get that to dissolve and patent it or do something with that, that would be an awesome piece. But it's a lot of chemistry when it comes to this, and the fabrics that would come in contact with this stuff may not survive it being taken off. So That's another thing that I have an idea of. Posture video, this one's pretty fun to do. Doesn't take too long. I think me trying to film the gags, the funnies, will take a little bit longer to do setups for, but posture video I actually need to do that. It works into what I'm teaching in this term. So that's not too bad. Brushing techniques is super quick and easy. It's really quick and easy for that. I can make this a TikTok or a Shorts. Multitasking hand techniques, so that's just how you hold things, how you pass things and everything. That'll be good for next month, but next month's Halloween. I really want to get something going with that. Fluoride with kids. I want to try that if I can. I want to do a Bob's Burgers rendition of it. So that would be neat if I can get that going, but that's going to take a little bit more scripting. It's going to take other people to be able to work with me. So that's, that one's a little bit tougher. Oh, this is all the same stuff. But yeah, just a lot of videos that I have ideas for, but not anything. I already did topical anesthetic, so thankfully I can line that one out. Didn't do that one yet. Ooh, I really want to try to get some of these. I know, and well, the thing is, which is super fun, is that what I didn't even realize is through just doing this, streaming and everything like that, I was thinking about it in the car. I was thinking about when I was driving home, was I don't really talk to friends. I pretty much go to work, get off, spend time with my family, they go to sleep, and then now I come and do this for the past 2 weeks or so. And it lets me talk to you people. And I've realized that feels great. I don't get to talk to my old school friends or anything. I don't get to talk to my old friends or anything, so it's neat talking to random people or even usuals like you guys. So it's very therapeutic. It makes me feel good to be able to talk to someone. Apart from like my family. I love them. Oh, I know. It's always been on my mind. I was just like, even though I call you Pata, but I always wondered at some points where you could land. And I know in conversations that we had before a little bit, it's been more to the male side. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's been more to the male side in the past, and I was like, we've talked a little bit about this, but we really didn't go too deep. But it was good. Oh, let's see. I do want to save this. Let me go and get this out of here. Let me see. What I did want to do. What did I want to do? There was something I wanted to work on in the meantime here. And I have so many things on my computer screen that there's a lot of pieces here. Let's see. No, not that. There's something I wanted to create. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. That's unfortunate. And I can see that even happening kind of with anyone. Hopefully not in a bad way, but that everyone just either gets too busy or something, and it's just you hope that it's not you hope that it doesn't end badly, right? I can see that. I can see definitely with just like how interactions normally happen, and everyone's talking and such, that people can get addicted to the conversation. But but neat that it was another whole Kingdom Hearts type of deal. Uh that's an that's unfortunate, especially when you do look at it. I've known people that have had that same spelling in their name, and it was just that's why I usually go. A lot of times when I go by people's names, I'll go by their last name a lot of times. So like me, I'll just go by Miller, or like for my people that I know, I'll usually say their last name, and they don't feel that nice about it. They're like, "Oh, don't say that," but it's just because I either don't want to mess up your first name, or I don't know if there's a different way to say your first name. But that's why I usually go by last. But this situation that you have right here, that's it's definitely let's say like a unique experience. It's definitely unfortunate to be put in that situation. Hmm. But I guess that just goes along the same way that they kind of just they assumed way too much. They thought that they thought something way different than what was really going on there. Because he thought I was a woman. The strange thing is that I told him I was 50 one time, and he was like, "There's." Yeah, that's also something that's pretty unfortunate. I'm sure in that range is that right. Anyone can report and say anything, and it can get people in hot water. Oh, yeah, yeah. Main thing, yeah, and that's why I wanted this to kind of be very neutral between everyone. Like, hey, we're all here talking about, or we might be here to watch me play different games or Kingdom Hearts, but for the most part, teeth talk is pretty much what I like. I love doing teeth talk and talking dental and everything. So, if whether they're here to watch someone play some random game or to ask about how do whitening their teeth work, I'm here to help out as much as I can. Hopefully, no one gets the wrong idea and thinks things like that. But it just feels nicer just to kind of keep it very neutral, and it feels nicer to just keep it very neutral and very apparent that we're just here to have a good time. No one's trying to get in. Everyone's just trying to chill out, relax, and game, or learn about teeth. As long as you guys are here and you can stand my little cursed items, like my little tooth rings, or when I'm at the bench working on dentures, I think we got a good thing going on. Let me go and put myself right back up here. And I need my little tooth dude to keep walking in this place. Where's my little Keyblade dude? Not that one. There it is. Boop. Transform. Isn't it Control F at the screen? I guess it is. Yeah, he gave but well, it's gonna be them, man. I don't want it to be repeated again, although I doubt it. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'm pretty sure that would definitely send you down another rabbit hole again, because that's not cool. But it's nice to be straightforward off the bat. Just everyone knows where we all stand, because we don't need that whole situation coming back. But we're good here. Hopefully no one gives anyone a hard problem here or anything like that. And let me see, something's being cut off here. Yeah, things are not being in line. Give me a minute, I'll do something. Oh yeah, you take it easy. We'll be here. Oh gosh, is this gonna teach me how to do the whole command system again? Oh, it's gonna walk me through everything. Oh, it's going to walk me through every single part. Oh, it's gotta just stop that right now. It knows I beat Terra's storyline. Please, it should give me a break. Oh gosh. Oh, I can at least see Terra's stuff. Powerful jumping attacks, volley of magic in all directions, rushing attacks. Okay. I guess that is new that I have Terra's D-Link now. Let's see. Let's go and test that out. Terra! I have that health bar up there that's right out of frame, and it's bothering me a good bit. Okay, good stuff. Let's see. I really want to fix that little cutoff. I'm trying to remember what that could be. It's probably just it's probably a resolution thing. No little star doodads though, huh? Oh, they really let you explore a lot in this one. This is a different way to see it, because I really didn't get to mess with the dwarves on Terra's playthrough, so this is going to be kind of neat for the most part. All the things I missed from beforehand. Oh, that's what I want to do over here. Let me go and turn that off. Oh, this actually kind of reminds me of the, what's it called? Not the Cross, but the mobile game version. Because I remember being in the diamond mines all the time. You know, I made cookies earlier, and I really want to eat a couple of those. Ah, Ventus. Chase him down, Ventus. Well, there's one dwarf. Back to saving, like every other world, like I used to. Let's see if I can beat this in maybe 8 hours time. I'd love to be able to do that. Huh? Bunch of stuff that I'm not going to be able to afford yet. Whatever the hell his name is. Man, he's so quick. Oh, they made it a mini game. Uncover all those large hiding places. Alright. Probably one up here. Mini? What the hell's mini? Oh, it's Sneezy, whatever his name is. There's an unversed up my ass right there. Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, another one? Oh, it is another one. Scram. The grumpy. Are they all just hiding in freaking boxes then? Sleepy. Oh, flame salvo. Alright. Pushing foes with payback moves. Press X to recover and strike back. Oh, that's just the... Can I even go into my menu? I can't yet. Alright, whatever. Let's go and find all these dumb dwarves and... Am I not able to go up there? I could. Okay, I can't go in there yet. Or maybe at all. Hey! Bastard. Oh, so I did... No, I don't have to chase you down. You're just gonna come back over here, aren't you? What's another one? Oh, you are fast. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Oh, you sucker fish. Am I gonna fever pitch his ass? There you go. I don't have anything else to work with that. Oh, it's finally. A little star doodad, overdrive. Got him. Is that dot? And I need to get this other one that's on the tram here. So now he should be going over here. Oh, it hits too. Alright. Gosh damn it, there's so many heartlet or unburst. Okay. Where's that? Where's the tram? Got him. Okay, need to get all these unbursts knocked out. Fever pitch. They must be still hiding in these little things here. There you are. So freaking fast. There you go. Marahotera. That's it, right? Oh, good. It's all here, but they're not going to talk. Let's put on payback. Alright. Not bad. I don't have any other spells or commands yet, right? Oh, I do. Sliding dash. Alright, I got mini too. That's right, I got mini off of that also. So in that case, I'll put that in there. Keep going. back to the castle in the other direction, unversed. Perfect, exactly what I wanted to see. I need to get some water. Was that payback? Fever pitch. Nice. Yep. Nice. Almost got full D-Link. Then I can go throw Terra back on and hopefully get his next piece going. Alright. Cutscene. Well, that means I should be meeting Snow White then. Right? Oh, the cottage. That thing's barely going to fit you, Ventus. Don't even try to sleep in those beds. Or break those chairs or eat their porridge. What did you see, Ventus? You looked out into the forest where someone screamed. I think the consensus is if you hear screamings coming from a forest, don't go towards it. Or at least take that axe that's on the stump and do some damage. That Keyblade ain't gonna cut anything. Okay, so we got a map. And a couple big old chests up in here. Fire? Oh, sweet. I can't finally get a spell. So let's not put it on yet because I want to keep building arrow and such for now. A sticker that I can't reach for now until I get high jump. I can go in their cottage. You heard the scream come from the forest and it allows me to go in the cottage. It is no way in hell big as it is in here, as small as it looks outside. What do they have? Attack recipe? Create for if your melding combinations will result in basic attacks. Okay. I don't know why they give this to us, but whatever. Well, at least there's nothing else in here except for ways to attack other people. So let's hit this. Because I have a very bad streak of games not crashing on me. We're already 27 deep. We don't want to go to the mountain trail. Let's go to this unknown area. Open. Why are you attacking so fast? Okay, got ethers. Should get some unversed spawning right here. Probably gotta go to the middle. Nope, nothing yet. That means I should cutscene it here. Nothing. Ooh, what a false sense. Oh, there it is. Or there you are. Command deck, edit. I really don't like arrow at all. I'm probably just gonna change it and just start working on fire then. Because I just like using spells and stuff. Let's go talk to Snow White. Or not, Psych. Oh, never mind, I can't just ignore her, this chick that's crying. That's alright. Let's go talk to Snowy. Or is it her? What's wrong? The trees? You're probably just seeing things, Snow White. Oh, there's a big old cottage back there. Let's go over there. Just go live in that house that I found at the next map over. Is this an escort mission? The hell? Oh god. It's like the Mickey one. Or no, it's like the one that we did from earlier when I did Cinderella first. Okay, Van. The trees are literally trying to grab her now. Oh, I need to do this. Let me pause real quick. Hello, am I a dentist? I am not a dentist. I am a dental assistant, or specifically a registered dental assistant. But I have been in the field for about 14, 15 years now or so. So I've seen a lot. Can't do a lot like a dentist does, but I've seen enough to be able to make good recommendations and calls on things that usually happen. So if you have a question, you can always lob one off. I definitely have a decent amount of knowledge to be able to give you an answer. So, good question. As an assistant, or as a dental assistant, depending on where you come from, your dental assistants are allowed to assist the doctors, kind of built into the name and such, but also they are allowed to do certain other things like laboratory duties. So that means like taking impressions on patients. That means also taking x-rays, making models for patients, or whitening or bleaching trays. We're usually going to be doing a lot of our front duties, such as like calling patients, making sure that they know their treatment plans, what they're going to do there. And for some areas that have the title registered, they're allowed to do other things, such as they're allowed to do things that don't require the doctor to be there. So, like in certain cases, doing like temporary fillings, where doctors put permanent fillings in, we put temporary ones in that can be taken out later by a dentist if they need to. So that's always nice. But a lot of times we just are pretty much the people that do the rest of the stuff that don't require us to numb. Like no dental assistant is going to be numbing a person. That would be your dentist or your hygienist that does mainly that. But ooh, I like that you even used the proper term, periodontist. Cool. How do I convince my periodontist that my gum pain isn't from grinding my teeth? Because I don't. I have mild gingivitis. So that's going to be the hardest call. I had to pause the game for this one. So that's going to be a hard call. The periodontist is going to be your top specialist for your gums and everything. So a lot of times being able to argue with the specialist is going to be a very tough case to be able to win. Like you're mentioning, my periodontist said my gum pain isn't from grinding my teeth because I don't grind my teeth. I have mild gingivitis. So a lot of times when it comes to that, oh, and hello Evac, we're doing well. We're just playing Kingdom Hearts, and over on YouTube, I have someone asking something about dental things, so you can ask away also. I'll tag your guys' questions too. Like you're saying, it's not grinding, periodontist. It's that I just have mild gingivitis. Have they offered you any types of troubleshooting, kind of like remedies or so? You could be like, okay, well, if you think that it is grinding that's causing me to have this pain in my teeth, well, why don't you get someone to make me a night guard so that I can wear, and if the pain still continues after like 2 weeks time or something like that, it's probably not the grinding, because that's probably not the issue that's happening. So in some cases you kind of have to do stuff. I bought a night guard, awesome. Was it, and even if it was over the counter at like Walmart or any box store, that works just fine also. So don't worry about it being like a legitimate one, like the ones that we make at the laboratories or that we make in the offices. Ones that you buy at Walmart will work just enough for you to get your stuff going. How do I stop it from hurting when I brush? Now, good question. I had my fitted. Even better. So even better that it's kind of, you know, that that's not the issue that's happening. And it might be that that doctor is telling you, hey, get a night guard and use this like solution, this stuff to put it in there, and that's going to help with your gingivitis or whatever. Sometimes different dental chains, different like chains of dental offices will go and recommend people get a set of night guards or whitening trays, and they'll put some stuff in there that will help with the gum disease or the gingivitis. That's kind of debatable if it does. But like you mentioned, how do I keep it from hurting when I brush? Now, depending on your style of brushing, for one, let's talk about toothbrush bristles. Are you using medium or hard? Because the biggest recommendation is use soft or extra soft. Even if it doesn't feel like it's cleaning that well, soft or extra soft is the way to go. And if you feel like it still doesn't clean that well, then you just got to work on technique and pressure, which we can also talk about. So let's start off. Toothbrush firmness. The bristles, you don't want to have medium or hard. They do too much damage to your teeth, which we will go into this next little section here. I tend to pick at the areas. I had my fit. I tend to pick at the areas a lot. So here's also another thing. It's a toothbrush. It's toothbrush Devon Dance Gaming. So more than likely, the one that they gave you is going to be like a recommended soft or extra soft. Cool. That's where we want it to be. Something to look at, and I will bring up a picture right now, as I. Of course, being a dental person, I just have many pictures of things and teeth and such like that. Let me go and bring one here. Which one do I want to pull up? Dental tooth anatomy. Alright, let me go and copy. Oh, I do not want to hit that button. Okay. Canvas, blah, 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 blah. Alright, cool. So I got this. I'm bringing this up right here. So you just hold on just a moment. Let me go and bring down the game here for a second. And let me bring up. I don't really want Photoshop to activate, so let me turn that off here real quick. Alright, so we have our tooth. Awesome. The thing with our tooth is, as you can see, there's areas where, if I go and kind of zoom in a little bit, where your enamel, that's going to be this portion of your tooth, and I'm going to do it over here in black. This is generally what you're going to see in your mouth, and that's what you're going to, for the most part, brush. But if however you do brush, if you have a lot of force, you put a lot of pressure, you feel the plastic of the handle against your teeth when you brush your teeth, you gotta watch out, because not just the firmness can do you bad, the pressure and how much and how often, or not how often, the pressure of how you brush your teeth is going to affect it. Because when we get down here, which I'm gonna go and put in red, and I'm going to put it a little bit more bolder than that. This area right in this section has a lot less thickness of our protective layer, our enamel, which is up here. Our enamel, which I'm going to do over here in blue, is about so thick. Let's say, even though this is not real measurements, say it's 5 inches thick. When we get over to the tooth, all the way towards the gum line, that's only going to be about 1 inch thick. And so because that is so thin, any type of damage or that you have from brushing your teeth will abrade your tooth structure away, which makes it a little bit tougher. Because when you go and take out this section of your tooth from wearing it with your toothbrush, then you're going to expose something underneath, which I'm going to go and put in green, which is going to be your dentin. And that dentin has nerve endings in there. And so something that I have so many different things. So what happens in that case is oh, something just happened. What was that? I missed something. I'll come and check a look. Thank you. Oh, these are all good. So so in this case, when it comes to dentin, the issue that comes about is what do I do now? If I wore away my dentin and if I wore away my enamel and now I have all these nerve endings of my dentin exposed, how do I get that back? Well, the fun thing about that is you can't get it back. It's just something that's part of our anatomy in our body that once you lose it, you don't got it anymore. But here's something you can do to kind of help you out. You know that night guard that they gave you or they fitted you for? With that, throw a little bit of your toothpaste in there, but don't wash it out. You're going to want to put that toothpaste on, or you want to, oh, let my camera focus in a second. But instead of like how you would normally put like whitening paste in there to get your teeth to whiten, you're going to put toothpaste in there, which has fluoride in it, and you're going to let that sit on your mouth overnight, however much longer as you can. If you can get through pretty much a whole tube of just letting it sit on your teeth as often as possible, that's going to take those nerve endings, which let's say that they're all straight right now, and they can go and connect from the nerve of the tooth to your brain, and now it has the sense of pain, like, hey, this connection is being bridged. Well, if you can go and take those nerve endings and block them, and the way that we block them is by using fluoride, for one. That's a great way to be able to just take those nerve endings and shorten their connection so it no longer connects to the brain and tells it that there's pain. That's a good way to help it if you can. There's another way that your dentist can help out with, if you have that abrasion going on, is that they can put something that's called a desensitizer on the neckline of those teeth. Desensitizer would usually be something that's called glutathione, also known as Gluma. Let me see. I don't wear it because they said I can't drink soda with it on, and I'm usually drinking a soda. And that's definitely something that they might go with and just say, hey, limit whatever you can drink or intake. That would be awesome. But I mean, if it benefits you to just have it on, and have these toothpaste or anything, you should be benefiting from it. Go ahead and drink a soda. It's not going to kill it. It's the soda, the phosphoric acid that's in soda is not going to wear away your tray that you had made, so you should be fine. There shouldn't be any issues with it. But also to think of it is if they made you a night guard, it might even feel a little bit too thick. So if you were able to get like a thinner whitening tray and do all these actions, put toothpaste in there, like Sensodyne's a great one, that after like a whole tube of that, you should feel a little bit more relief. Yeah, it sucks, but I mean, if it comes to drinking soda, drink it through a straw. It'll hurt your throat a little bit more, but your teeth won't take as much damage. Let me see over here in Twitch real quick. I do Twitch custom graphics, which Discord you can check out my profile if you're interested. Oh yeah, that's right. I will keep in contact with you, Evac, for more of those too. Then, Demaho over in YouTube. Every dentist should appreciate our soda addictions. Oh, I feel you. Definitely, I am definitely one of the bad ones when it comes to drinks like that too. 15 years of soda has worn away my teeth, yet so I'm sure your device can handle it. Oh, definitely. Especially since enamel of teeth is the strongest hardest substance in our body, it should be able to hold, especially since a lot of your mouth guards are made of a nice thermoplastic. It's pretty resistant. Another person, so would that be a reason for why my teeth closer to the back are so sensitive? When it comes to teeth being in the back, because the action of us pushing against or pulling our toothbrush towards those teeth, too much pressure will wear away a lot more. And like I mentioned in this example right here, if you keep on wearing it out, that's going to cause issues. So in one of my cases, let me bring up, because I teach a lot of dental assisting, so this is right up my alley, and I love that a lot of you are here to be able to kind of talk with me and everything. Let me go and bring this up, which is a PowerPoint. I know we're not here for school, but this will make sense to what we're talking about, because I actually just spoke about it fairly recent. And because I did that, I'm trying to remember what I had going for it. There it is. I think it's Chapter 58, polishing. Now, you're all good. Thank you for being here and everything. Love you, wonderful people. But I'll show you a little example of abrasion here. If I can get this going, window cap, and if I can do this, I can do PowerPoint. Sorry, a lot of this is going to be on the fly here. And so, in this case that I have, let's see, I like I mentioned, I teach a lot of dental assisting, so some things that we've been going over is different types of stains that people can experience, whether it be stains that are on the outside or on the inside. Those are all things that usually we are able to polish. But what I wanted to talk about a little bit is abrasion. Now, abrasion is, like I mentioned, something that can happen if your toothbrush is wearing against your teeth a little bit too hard. And so, as I go over to abrasion right over here, these are perfect examples of teeth that can be abraded away. Let me go and expand this a little bit. Now, as nasty as these pictures may be, what's happening in these situations, and let me get myself over here. So what's happening in these situations over on the side is that our toothbrushes, too much contact with the teeth. You need to keep it a little bit easier. Like I mentioned before, if you keep on wearing at your teeth with too hard of a toothbrush and everything, you're going to wear away at your enamel. And you can see over here at these necklines of these teeth that the gums have been pulled back. They've been receding away and allowing all this area of the tooth that usually is covered by gums has live nerve endings. They will give you reactions. Definitely scary, and hopefully it's not going to scare you from getting your teeth worked on, but as the bad thing that comes from it a lot of times is when it comes to something like, let me see if I can get it to show here without going to the next slide. Gosh dang darn it. Is something like this. This specific photo kind of teaches a lot in this example. Over here, you can see that this tooth is half almost chopped down. And it's not due to, oh, I ate something or drank too much soda. This specifically comes, as the topic is abrasion, too much wear at the teeth. So with that, that just shows what, for one, damage can happen if you're doing too much pressure, and also, like I mentioned before, soft or extra soft toothbrushes are highly recommended so that you don't wear it away as bad. But as bad as these are, and it's almost like a tree half chopped down that's going to just fall over or break away, what can also happen in a certain situation is something like this photo. Let me go and bring this one up to the front, and I can go and expand this one out. In this case, it's not as much as they're kind of digging into the tooth, more that their pressure and their toothbrush bristles have damaged and traumatized the gums so much that the gums recede up higher and higher, allowing more dentin or cementum to be exposed, which allows more nerve endings to be exposed, which allows more pain to potentially happen. I thought it was why my front teeth were worn down. I do drink through a straw. Good, keep drinking through a straw. Sorry I didn't look at twat chat in a good bit. Scary photos, definitely. Oh God, really? So it's just a very hard brusher. I'm surprised the patient was able to keep them so rough even though they were so much wear. And doesn't toothpaste have abrasives? Good question when it comes to the toothpaste. Let's dig into that whole last question first. Is this only because of toothbrushing? A lot of times it tends to be because of toothbrushing that we have damage to the gum tissue that allows things to go up and expose things. So definitely. Good example or question from Leon's is, doesn't toothpaste have abrasives? Some of them do, not all of them don't. Not all of them have to though, especially when it comes to certain toothpaste. Now, big one is watch out for activated charcoal. The activated charcoal like brand or whole scheme is that, oh, with this material inside of this toothpaste, you will whiten your teeth and such and so on. The main reason why they're touting it out as that is because of the abrasives that are in that charcoal toothpaste. Because of a lot of times the reason why our teeth are yellow is because, for one, aging, things that we eat, and how we take care of them, such as oral hygiene that we do. Now, the activated charcoal has so many abrasives in there that if it's just a outside stain, also what we call extrinsic stain, then that stuff can be removed away. A lot of time by someone like myself or dental assistants or hygienists or doctors that polish those stains that are on the outside away. And so if they can polish those away, then it looks whiter. Until you go and not brush for a couple of days, drink all these dark sodas, drink all these different eat all these different colored fruits. Those will bring the stains back. But those abrasives that are in these toothpastes, especially activated charcoal toothpaste, can help remove some of those stains. Sounds like a good thing, right? But because, like in these examples that I have over here, you use that stuff too often, you will eventually wear away a sliver of tooth every single time. Now, of course, we're hopefully able to keep our teeth forever, for our whole life. But in these situations that we have over here, this person is mainly a hard brusher. Too much pressure as they're doing their thing. But your toothpaste definitely, if any of them say whitening, or pretty much any of them that say whitening, or if you just get toothpaste and just rub it in your fingers, you'll feel the grit, and that's the action of them removing those extrinsic, those outside stains. And so at that point, just go to a gel. A lot of our gel toothpaste tend to go away from a abrasive whitening and go more over to a chemical whitening, such as Arm & Hammer. I like the taste of that one, but a lot of people don't. But that one has less abrasion whitening, but has more hydrogen peroxide type of whitening, or baking soda whitening. That's how I heard it works too. It wears down a tooth surface and reveals a non-discolored one. But I will not damage my teeth in exchange for nice looks. Absolutely, and that's the main thing when it comes to us, is that to try to get that nice white look, if I have to lose anything, such as slivers of my teeth every single time, it's not worth it. So another way of even getting into that whiter look is to go through whitening trays, or bleaching, as some people know it as. And that's just a custom tray that's made for you. I make them all the time. And then just specific chemicals that you just wear for 1 to 2 to 3 hours at a time. And that tends to be a very smart way of doing it, because that's just chemically brightening your teeth. And that's cool. But eventually, like I mentioned before, anything that you whiten can potentially and will go back to its original color. I assume there's no way to naturally restore teeth, as in actually treat the issue, not just remove layers or bleach the teeth. When it comes to naturally restoring teeth, okay, so the best option is bleaching in your option. As far as a way to get away from removing tooth structure, bleaching or whitening is the best way that I personally believe, but it also comes with its own side effects. So our side effects of whitening is that your teeth get sensitive. Now, it's mainly sensitive because when you whiten your teeth, you're exposing some of that second layer of the tooth, which is down below is yellow, which is called dentin, and you're really bleaching or whitening that second layer on the inside. because the outside layer that we all see has a little bit of see-through, some translucency through it. And that's awesome because that means anything that happens underneath to the second layer will affect how we see it out here on the first, the outside, which is the enamel. In that case, whitening, if you do have sensitivity after that, stop the whitening, go and put toothpaste on your teeth and just let it sit there. That doesn't mean like brush your toothpaste onto there. That means actually take a glob, rub it on your teeth, let it sit, and then just let it cook at that point, because the fluoride from the toothpaste is going to help soothe the nerve endings of the tooth, and it'll make it much more tolerable. And if you want to keep whitening after that, absolutely. That's exactly what we'd want to. You can go right back into whitening and then soothing and whitening and soothing. Nothing bad would happen from just doing it like that. Just make sure that you're in control and cognizant. You just know your limits. People that will go and try to bleach their teeth to where it doesn't look natural. As an example, they bleach their teeth to look as white as piano keys. Now, a lot of times your teeth color should match your eye color. And so if they match together, which that looks creepy on stream, but if your eye color can match your teeth color, that's really natural. But if these are brighter than these, the whiteness of your eyes, your sclera, people can tell. And you don't want the human eye to be popping out and be like, what's wrong with that person? Things aren't matching up from up there to down there. So that's your tooth tips, which is awesome. I haven't had a tooth conversation with someone in a good bit, so that's awesome to have something going on right here. Yeah, the natural look is one of the major parts to keep me from wanting to try. And I say for the most part, and when it comes to whitening, you can go and do it in certain steps. As an example, just get it over the counter. You can just get it from your normal stores, and they come in strips, and those are fine. Those will give you a gentle whitening. And then if you want more of a deeper whitening, then you go to the dental office. They make you a custom tray. They go and take these tubes home. You do it at home. Bada bing, bada boom. You're done. You control your whitening. And then if you want to go deeper and they want to do in-office dental whitening, now that stuff's special. That's super strong. Like, you immediately see the effects. Bam. And that tends to be a good one too, but like I mentioned, they all go back to their natural color eventually. No problem. Thank you for joining and having questions. If you ever need any more information or have any questions that pop up in your mind, you know where to go. I'll be here when I'm here. But apart from that, if anyone has any other questions, lob them into the stream. Definitely would love to be able to answer. If I didn't answer yours, just bring it right back up. And if anything, I am going to bring this back to the game, which thankfully is running in the background here a moment ago. But wow, what a swarm of people. I love it. That was awesome. Can enamel regenerate? Ooh, love it. Yeah, bring back the questions. Love it. Okay, can enamel regenerate? I was actually going to bring this up earlier, but I totally slipped in my whole rant and everything. No, enamel cannot be regrown after you lose it. Now, that's when it's actually truly lost. And that means like in situations where the tooth is essentially cratered out, like we usually call them bombed out in these situations, because is lost is grown for enamel. But your second layer, your dentin, has a gentle small amount of growing that it can do. And usually once you grow your initial or your first round of dentin, that's pretty much all you're gonna get. If you go and regrow dentin, that's called secondary dentin or sclerotic dentin, essentially like scar tissue dentin. And then we can go to a third layer of dentin growth, and that's called tertiary dentin, but that's a whole different thing. Large dental caries. But like I mentioned, if tooth structure is lost, you can't get it back. And this is a good example that I have here. This just looks painful for me to look at right now. But let me bring this up here. Where is it? That should work. Alright, so in this case, or this example, I have a bunch of teeth that are popping up and everything. And in this case, you can see all the way over here to the right side what I got going on. And in this case, this person has a lot of tooth decay right on the occlusal surface, or essentially our chewing surface. Now, looking at just this picture on its own, this is a wisdom tooth. We have a couple molars that sit in front of it, and this is the wisdom tooth. More than likely, this is tooth number 32, which is on your lower right, all the way in the back. That definitely is going to be super bombed out. A lot of times in these situations, we would just normally just do a filling, but because this is a wisdom tooth or a third molar, then that usually a lot of times doctors are going to say, hey, this caused you a problem. If we fix it, because it's all the way back there, it's probably going to cause itself another problem. Let's just go ahead and take that sucker out. If it's functional, where the top wisdom tooth and the bottom wisdom tooth bite together, then we can make a case to keep it. But in certain situations where, like this, that's a big tooth decay. Like even in this example that we have over here, we would probably root canal it and then do all the other restorative things, which to do that on a wisdom tooth is usually not that worth it. It's all the way back there. It's hard to root canal teeth all the way back there. Usually you won't miss it. So they usually go into the route of, hey, just get that sucker out of here. And another example here that I have, which is a very sad example that shows up right here, is this set of teeth. Now this is a super bombed out case where on the molars of these teeth that they are just completely rotted away. Now the main thing where I'm saying this is sad, also this is a lower jaw, the mandible. The reason why this is sad is because this is a child. Just from visual, looking at the teeth and everything like that, this is a child's mouth. They are younger than the age of 6, looking at what teeth are actually popping out of the gums. So this is just saying that their guardians or parents did not take care of their back teeth when this was happening. So all these teeth, like the ones over there on the right side, which is K and L, we labeled kids' teeth by letters. Those need to probably be pulled out. And over there on the left side, which is R and T, I'm not always good on the letters, but I think it's R and T. Those probably going to be removed also, sadly, at the age of like 4 and 5. That sucks to have to work on them so much. Yeah, I know it's definitely a poor situation in that, and that's just looking at the bottom teeth. They're probably the same way at the top. Let me see. You had another question there. My teeth have a slight overlap. Ooh, ortho questions. Love that. But I have all my teeth in my mouth. If one got braces, it's not like you get more spaces, right? So won't it just push those teeth in the in a wider arch to fit the straightening? Love this question. Good stuff. Let me bring that. Let me bring this. Let me get this ready for you. When it comes to ortho, it is pretty interesting because we have to go and assess the whole mouth to make sure that we have to go and assess the whole mouth to make sure that we have room for everything. But like you're saying, I have all my teeth already. What are they going to potentially do? A lot of times what they tend to go to is they tend to remove teeth. Now you might be thinking, why would they want to remove teeth? Things are fine. There shouldn't be any issues. Everything's kind of in there. They're just not as straight as they normally be. Even though you just might be straight. You're just saying that you have some overlap, which is natural. But let me bring it up here. Where is it at? I have one that I like to refer to a lot, which is this one. And let me get all the way over here to my lower section. A lot of times I tend to make these books to help things go a little bit smoother. Let's see. I think that should work. Nope, not that one. There we go. Alright. So in this case, when we are looking at stuff like this, and it might be too small to be able to read or anything like that, when we are going and looking at teeth, we are trying to figure out a measurement of how much distance do I have in the mouth, how wide it is, and what space do I need to make. So in this case, as this example, I can go and take an impression of your mouth, pour it up in a model, so I have a version of your mouth that I can have at my desk, and they're going to take measurements, and they're going to be like, oh, this person has, oh, that didn't work. This person has, does not, my numlock not work? This person has 23 millimeters on the right side, they have 32 on the left, and they keep on filling out all these numbers. They'll go and add it, subtract, do some mental math and everything, and in the end, they're going to go and figure out specifically how much space do they need. How much space do they need in that mouth to make everything fit? But then they're going to look and see, okay, well, we need to have 120 millimeters of space. But in this person's mouth, they only have 110. So they're 10 millimeters off from being able to fit everything. So that means we need to create another 10 millimeters on the top and on the bottom. So what could our treatment plan be? Well, if we go over and, let me see if I have one here. If we go and, like I mentioned, we're going to do all these different arch measurements to be able to see how much distance I have for every little spot, how much overbite, how much overlap do I actually have. And with all those little concoctions and everything, you can go and try to figure out where we can remove teeth or where we can do certain procedures. Now, I should have one here. I don't think I do have one. But I should have had a tooth chart in here that can help out. Let me cut this one away. I have one, or I have another one right here. There it is. My orientation book that I made. Oh. In that case, like I mentioned, we did measurements and stuff. What we can do from there is, if I go over to a tooth chart, there we go. This will be a good one. If I go over to a tooth chart, just like we have over here, so that shouldn't have jumped like that. Sorry if it's messing with your guys' eyes or anything. Layers of a tooth, contamination, blah, blah, blah. I want my eruption dates. Where's my eruption dates? There it is. Alright. Now that I have this up, we can look at how much space does each tooth cost, or how much space does each molar, each premolar, each central, each lateral, each canine, how much do they equal? And they look at what can be fine to lose. And so, gosh dang darn it. There we go. I already know my spot where I'm going to go to. So in this case, if I go and draw this in red, we can go and say, as an example, that every one of these teeth have a specific number attached to it. So it's like, okay, well, at that point, in red, take that off. Don't go crazy. Why am I not able to go down? Oh, you son of a gun. There it goes. Okay. So, every tooth has a amount of space. And with that, so let's say every molar here is going to be, oh, I'm terrible at drawing with just a trackpad. Every molar within this region is going to be 5 millimeters. And a lot of times we want to keep our molars as much as we can. And every premolar in this set, 4 and 5 as an example, is 3 millimeters. They're a little bit smaller. Well, a lot of times doctors like to take out one of these premolars on each side to be able to make room. Now, if we take it out, well then what can we do from there? Well, we can take all of these 6 teeth that are over here in the front and shift them a slight bit backwards. And we're going to take these teeth that are in the back a little bit, and we're going to go and shift them a little bit forward so we can kind of meet them in the middle. And that will go and pull your overbite a little bit backwards so that it's not as drastic. Now, like I mentioned before, a slight overbite is okay to have. A slight overbite is okay to have, and like you're saying, like, oh, I didn't expect there to be pulling of the teeth or anything like that. But as I bring this one back up, like I was going through earlier, is if I can get to my ortho section that I made. All the way down here. See, okay, this is oral surgery stuff. We don't need to talk about oral surgery yet. We're not to that conversation just yet. I had a couple examples of ortho cases that had true big reasons why they would get it done. Here it is. All right. In these cases, you can see upper teeth and having people that have drastic overbites where your top teeth stick over the bottom teeth, and where they need to either reset where they need to be at. And so you can see that definitely it depends if the teeth are ditched in or they're retrognathic. That can be a big thing that we can try to fix. If they're prognathic and they stick out, they kind of jut out, which is called overjetting. That can be a different issue. That can also be an aesthetic thing where once we pull those teeth back a little bit, your lips don't flare out as much, so it'll rest in a more natural position. But as far as tooth removal, like I mentioned, a lot of times the thing that they want to do is they want to remove a premolar. And actually, this is actually perfect because we can see it being done in this case right here. We can go and look, and if I go and take my red arrow, or if I take my red one again, and we can see that we have premolar number 1 and premolar number 2 here. And this is the exact same person from before. Then you go over to the after braces over here, and you can see they only have 1 premolar in this case. And they were able to, at that point, pull these 2 teeth backwards a little bit. They were able to pull these teeth forward, and then they got a nice straighter U-shaped arch alignment off of that. Hopefully that's able to make sense a little bit as I'm able to kind of try to walk it along. But that's essentially the most common route that they tend to take. Is, hey, take something that they have an extra of away, pull forward, pull back, push forward, push back, and they got something that they can do. Great, good question too, because me teaching about braces and everything is going to actually be happening pretty soon, and I love talking about this concept here. Another thing that they can do, which is something that's not done too often, but it's an option, is called interproximal reduction, or IPRs, interproximal reduction strips. And it looks gruesome, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But essentially what they're going to do is they take a special what they do in that case when it comes to it is they take a special tool on a handpiece, and they go and slice or take off a little bit of the interproximal, a little bit of the in-betweens of the teeth. Now, it sounds gruesome, and that picture alone doesn't look fun at all. But if you take, let's say between on the sides of the teeth, that you have 3 millimeters of space to work with. And when they do this reduction, it takes away 1 millimeter of space. Well, if you go and take away 1 millimeter of space between 6 teeth, then you got 6 more millimeters to work with. And we can go and pull those teeth together, and instead of pulling teeth out in the back, you just thinned them up in the front a little bit, and we can shift them. Now that doesn't sound that great, but there's your option. Pull one tooth and move things, or take a little bit off the sides of everyone and keep everyone. Gruesome things. It sounds barbaric, and it's crazy that someone thought about a way to make this happen, but that's a way. It's a way, definitely gotta say. Yeah, and that's also a nice thing, because even with this interproximal reduction, usually, and I don't want to say that it has to be or it doesn't have to be, but a lot of times you don't really need to be numbed to have this done. A lot of times you can just, because the enamel, the outer layer of the tooth, does not have any nerve endings, if your tooth structure is still fairly whole, just taking a little strip of it off of the in-betweens shouldn't hurt anyone. So it could be one of the more preferable ways. I would be worried about not sitting still. Definitely, I can understand those concerns when it comes to that. But for the most part, it's not too bad. A lot of these little handpiece parts has a guard where only this portion of the tool is exposed and has the actual blades available to spin. Everything else is guarded. So this is going to be like the hot area where this is the only cutting portion of it. So that kind of keeps it safe that you're not going to go and wreck yourself too much when it comes to that. But yeah, that was good question though. But, and also as an example, I have a very deep or drastic overbite myself, and this is after going through like 5 years of braces and everything like that. But whoever does your braces, if you were to walk out of that dental office, walk over to another orthodontist, braces specialist, and say, hey, I would like to get braces, and they take a look at you, that next orthodontist would have a plan of saying, oh, this looks pretty good, but we can also kind of do a little bit more. Every single person, whether it be a regular dentist, a general dentist, which is usually your normal ones, or any specialist, they all have their own version of their way to do something. So it's just kind of what's your end result after it was all done. A lot of times we're trying to get us to be ideal, but our skulls and everything don't match that plan all the time. The overlap is in a different direction than an overbite, but you answer my questions regardless. Hey, I like that we got somewhere, and you can always like I mentioned before, you always have the stream to be able to come back and ask questions, or if there are any of my dental videos, because you might just be here because I was playing some random games or whatever. But if you ever have any questions or you want to look at what I have on the channel, I make a lot of dental assisting videos, a lot of our procedures, a lot of the things that we're allowed to do. So check those out. Sometimes I throw funnies in them, but you might get a little interested in what we do out there in the field just off of those, or why someone does this, and knowing what our process is. But if you got any questions, like anyone that's in here, for some reason there's quite a few of you, throw them at me. Hopefully I can answer them. And if I can't answer them, enjoy the Birth by Sleep. We're playing Kingdom Hearts. You got it, man. Thanks for stopping by. If this is the last time I do see you, though. Oh, my remote controller turned off. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I can be a help to y'all, but if you have anything, definitely take your time here, stick around and everything. We can definitely do it. But that's what I'm here for. dental things and games to go with it too. Oh yeah, this game is awesome too. I already completed Terra's story on Proud Mode, which was definitely the wrong thing to do. You might call me a weenie or a scrub, but that was definitely tough when it got to the end. I'm just gonna brew my morning coffee. I love that. Awesome. Leon's, can you explain how to remove hard plaque with a dental pick? Cool. I like this question too. Your tool, the dental pick, usually in our field is called an explorer. And so how can we go about removing the hard plaque? Now the hard plaque has a name. A lot of times the street name, it's called tartar. Not like tartar sauce, but they just call it tartar buildup. Also known as calculus. Not like the math calculus. I don't know why we keep on stealing words from other people's subjects, but we call it calculus or tartar buildup. It is very difficult to be able to remove that on your own. Not impossible, but difficult. But if you do take your dental pick or your explorer and you try to just remove it yourself, best case scenario to mainly do is, for one, have the dental pick in hand, hold it more like a pen, and you're going to try to hook it. Say that this is the tartar buildup that's on the, usually a lot of times it's going to be on the lower, the linguals or the lower, the back, the tongue side of the lower teeth. If it sticks out like this, like a rock from your tooth, like so, you're going to want to get your dental pick over and under, and then you're just going to want to go and try to put pressure to try to pick it off or pull it off at that point. That is the action of what's called scaling. Now, of course, let's say that you were to go and look on Amazon.com and you were to go and look up dental instruments and one of them said dental scalers. That would be more of a rigid, which means that it holds its shape really well, option for you to be able to remove it by yourself. But I highly recommend that you be hopefully seen by a dental professional, such as a dental hygienist, for scaling and removing of the teeth professionally. Because what you do on your own is awesome. Totally up to you on whatever you do. But you're going to be able to remove only what you are able to see. And us, we can look deeper into that. We can use x-rays. We can use our different probing or measuring tools to see how deep things are. And we're usually digging at the things that are unseen. And so if you remove everything that you're able to see and let the unseen things lay in hiding for many, many years, then you can get into the problem of gum disease or periodontal disease. And that's where we really don't want you to go into. It's not a painful thing. You'll be like, oh, my gums bleed every time I brush or floss, and that's normal for me. It's really not. Think of the blood as like a red flag saying, hey, get me to a dental office, get me scaled, get me cleaned professionally. That's why I recommend going to there. But in between appointments, definitely, if you had some buildup, say you're like a vapor, a smoker, you do whatever type of smoking extracurricular activities and you just build it up a little bit quicker. Or, as another case that's not related to drugs, mouth breather. If you're a mouth breather, especially at night, and you just that action of just breathing on your front teeth alone is going to build up calculus a lot faster. So I can definitely see in between appointments keeping yourself a little bit more tidy for the hygienist later when it comes to them. Yeah, like you mentioned, you get exclusively in that spot. And when it comes to myself, even being a dental professional, I'm a big snorer. My wife hates it. My kids probably wake up all the time because I just have that sleep apnea type of snore that happens. So I know that I will breathe through my mouth and I will accumulate or build it up quicker. So to make sure I don't build up as fast or anything, just brush the back of your teeth. Just take that toothbrush, brush it really good, and that will generally keep it out fairly well. And floss. Big thing is floss. Always keep flossing. Definitely. Oh yeah, no problem, Leons. If you ever anything else, you always lob it out. You guys know the deal. What is calculus and tartar made of? Calculus and tartar, or calculus/tartar buildup, is made up of saliva that has different minerals in there. So your minerals are like salt minerals and the natural minerals that your body has that they excretes. It comes from your saliva. And so the more that you salivate, the more you're going to potentially build up if you're not taking care of it. But another thing apart from just minerals that come out from your saliva is that it's just plaque. So our normal soft, fuzzy little squishy plaque that we have on our teeth, think of it like pages, think of it like printer paper or just paper in general, or like a book. You lay one layer of plaque there. It's not that hefty. You can go and wear that or brush it off, no problem. But if you keep on stacking a layer of plaque on top of a layer of plaque on top of layer of plaque, eventually you're going to have this big old built up rock of material that's going to harden and become harder to come off. That's essentially what it is. It's just a lot of buildup of saliva, minerals, plaque, which plaque is just what happens with your saliva and food bacteria. So that's something to just kind of just keep in mind. The more often you brush, and especially floss, the the easier you're going to be able to keep it off and out of your mouth. I tape my mouth for sleep, even though I'm not sure I'm a mouth breather. I can definitely see that, and some people just can't help it. That's just how their body builds. That's just how, not even just like, oh, I just can't help it. That's how your skull is formed. And there's people that have issues or skull issues where just because their top teeth are a little bit more sunken in than their lowers, that means things are closing up on the inside and you have to force yourself to breathe because your nose is not doing a lot of it, so you're going to have to do a lot of mouth breathing from it. So it's and just like you're saying, combination of minerals, food particles, and plaque, definitely an ew, but it's actually just the natural process of us living and eating. So it's kind of what we have to deal with. Speaking of mouth breathing and teeth, is there a dental study for reasons for improper development of the jaw? Improper development of the jaw is going to come from it's going to be mainly a hereditary type deal. What you get from your mom and dad, or their mom and dad, or their mom and dad. So a lot of it comes down to also just who's mixing with each other. If you got like a tall dad or a tall mom that's like 6 something, and then the other partner, the mom or the dad, is like 5'1", having that large tall person mixing genes with that smaller person is going to cause either some type of lottery system to happen, where it's either you get the large jaw and the small teeth. That's the best situation. There's going to be room for everything that's being there. But if you get it in the opposite direction, where you get the small jaw and the large teeth, now you're in a pickle. Things don't fit. So that's as far as things being aligned, having that large jaw, small teeth type of deal. So that's it. Or that's not it, but that's one of the factors for just teeth fitting in the jaw. Another thing that comes to it is like cleft palate, cleft lip, the not having a complete closure of your bones of your palate to form that roof of your mouth can be another hereditary type of deal too, but can also kind of be, I don't want to say a freak accident, but it happens. It just happens. So no chance of me getting Superman's jaw unless he's my dad or your mom, whichever one because it's either you get Superman's jaw or if you get Superwoman's jaw, if you don't got one set of them, you're not gonna have the other. Or you can just have natural human's jaw but Superman's teeth, and then you just break your jaw and your teeth stay fine your whole life, right? So a lot of times it's just a blend of the system, and you can go and curse your mom and your dad or your pa or your grandma or anything. Why did you give me bad teeth? Kind of just gets handed down to them. It was handed to them from one person, and it gets handed down throughout their the whole generation system and everything like that. So some people just really lean into that, and they're just like, oh, I have terrible teeth. I inherited it from my parents or their parents' parents, so I am not to be blamed for anything. You still are blamable, but for the most part, yeah, you can at least curse someone. And just to kind of even make it more certain that this guy is dedicated to teeth and everything, I wear next to my wedding ring a ring that I made for myself because I make dentures also. But my little ring is a set of teeth. I made them a little bit more vampire-like, but I wear this right next to my wedding ring so that people can freak out in public if they ever go and catch my hands or anything. So that's also just another dedicated to the game type of system that I'm in. I'm in it for good. I totally forgot I was on this. I totally forgot that I was on this Snow White mission. It's been so long since we've been talking about teeth. Holy hell, it's already 12:22. Where have I been this whole time? That was awesome. That time passed. It's just like me doing lectures every day. I'm out of water. Someone's asleep in here. Oh, then. Oh, I do not need a lot of these extra windows up. There we go. Go and prove it, Van. But before you prove it, let's save. What's tomorrow? Or today in certain cases. It's gonna be Wednesday. Okay. Let's see. Do I go back out here? I can do the mountain trail. Hold on. I totally blanked over that whole conversation. What the hell am I supposed to be doing here? Let's go in this direction. Probably not too wrong. Maybe I need to go back and get the diamonds? Oh, the mobility issues. I'm gonna skip these guys for now. I'm not doing proud mode, so I don't have to go and over level like I did with Terra's game as much. Let's see, Moogle stuff. I doubt I have to go in here. I don't remember there being a... No, there's nothing going on here unless it's a cutscene at the back of the cave. Nothing in there yet. Okay, so I need to go the other direction towards the forest, because that's where I was a moment ago. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dodge and ha's. There it is. Come on, Ben. Let's go. Alright, let's go over in this direction. Here we go. Oh, a boss. Already? There probably isn't. No. Oh no, that's boss music, alright. It's the tree. Holy hell. It's dropping bombs on me like that? Fever pitch it. Oh, that's right. That's X on this controller. Oh, he does a nice little strike raid. That's pretty good then. Cool. Let's go on D-Link to... let's do Aqua. Oh, I don't have Cure yet. Oh, so that would probably be an important thing to have Aqua underneath my belt. Let's go and revert. I am gonna get knocked out if I go and take another hit. Come on. Fever pitch it. Finish it off. Oh, good. Health bars. Or health little doodads. Learn Firestorm. Oh, so now I'm going to be able to actually go into those command or drive forms or whatever the hell they call them. So that's going to be sick. Sick. Alright. So I went and beat up trees for Snow White. Who the hell are you screaming at, man? Terra ain't here. Or is he? Stone Apples. The old lady witch? Oh, that's right. When I was doing Terra Story, she didn't change into the witch yet. So that means stuff's about to happen. Or actually, stuff ain't gonna happen. Because I'm about to leave this world. I'm about to get the hell out of here. So that means when I come back over here in Aqua's form, she's gonna go and tiptoe, kind of box out this witch. Not too bad then. Hit her, Ben. Grip that Keyblade and just take it to her head. Xehanort. Oh, that's just some cats fighting outside. Terra, what did you do? Terra, did you kill Araquis? No, not yet. That's gonna be in a while. Oh, got Snow Whites. Oh, treasure trove. Did they just recycle the same Keyblades within all their stories then? Probably do that. It's probably a safe way to save save space and everything like that. Alright, got to that first world, which just comes and hits you really quick to be done. But like I mentioned earlier, without all that time that I spent, lecturing, I think we're doing decent on time. Let me go and change a couple of my things now that I can actually carry some other pieces. I'll carry some potions. I need fire to be able to activate my Firestorm command or whatever. We don't need any of that. Finish commands. Okay, so that's going to be something that I'm building up as I go. Not abilities. D-Links now. I got Snow. So Snow is about to change his arsenal. Unique moves for each dwarf. Finish. Gust of Wind. That sounds cute. We will try Snow White out eventually when we get to that point. And then let's go to the next world, which could either be Maleficent's world or Cinderella's world. This one has combat level 2, this is probably combat level 3. Alright, so let's just start with this one then. Visit this world. Let's see who we get to talk to. Oh, wow, right out the gate. Here's the intro screen. Cinderella. Deal with pumpkins. Mice turning into horses. It's gonna be chaotic. Let's go. Oh, Cinderella. Turn those mice into humans. One into a human, one to a horse. Oh. Excuse me. Is this the one where I turn hella small? Oh, it is. How did I get so small? Oh man, you're so crazy, I swear. Leon's, any other type of games you enjoy other than Kingdom Hearts series? So far, I've been on a Kingdom Hearts kick lately. It's kind of more the requested one from the requested game from some of the people that have been sticking around with me for a while, but I don't know what other games to play. Like, literally, I've been starting this streaming thing for like about 2 weeks or so, and I just don't know what to play. I don't really play that many games these days, so getting into this little system gets me to explore a lot of these games I've missed for the past 15 years or so, since I've been kind of just doing work stuff and everything. I did kind of want to start a little session of me finally completing games from my childhood that I never got to complete. That's something I kind of do want to do, but those games are like Nintendo 64 games and like PlayStation 1 / PlayStation 2 games, so that's like I never fully completed Super Mario 64. I never fully beat Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I never fully completed Ocarina of Time. I would love to actually give those a shot and actually go and complete them, because I was so dumb as a kid that I couldn't do it. So that might be something I jump into. But I also don't know what games are out there, which is also a stupid way of saying you could just go and look. But if people make recommendations, I will definitely give it a try. The only thing that I'll say is that I don't usually play first-person shooter games. It's not that I can't play them, because I used to play like Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 back in the days and everything. But these current first-person shooter games are just they will fry my mind if I try to compete and duke it out with any of them. Hey there, Potter. I came back at the 7th minute. Oh, we had quite a few people from somewhere. I don't know where the hell they came from. Just jump in, and we were talking teeth for a good bit. It was weird. Oh, you going to bed? Okay, I'll head over there soon too. But yeah, we had a lot of people come in and talk teeth with me, which was fun. You're all good. We're all here for a good time. You don't worry. I ain't expecting anything from anyone. You guys come to me, which is awesome for you all to do on your own. Oh, another game that kind of got into playing or replaying back, Leon's, is Identity 5 or Identity V. That was a mobile game when I first started playing it, and they brought it to the computers, and I was like, oh, this seems like that could be fun again, and it definitely has been a blast. So that was the one that I've been playing with a couple of my other viewers that's here, and so that was another fun one to get back into. But apart from that, I'm not sure any other games that would be a neat one to play. You let me know. You let me know, and I'm gonna go get a cookie real quick. That's also something I need to do. I need cookie and I need water. Oh yeah, definitely. It's already pretty late, 12:37 for me right now, so definitely it would be a tomorrow thing if I can actually remember, or if I can actually stay up after putting the kids to sleep. You couldn't beat Majora's Mask in Ocarina of Time as a kid either. Yeah, me. Well, for one, I just never started Majora's Mask. Never. I guess I just never got the cartridge when I was young and everything. And every time I did Ocarina of Time, I would probably get all the way up to, I don't even know if I'm calling it right, the Sand Temple, whatever the hell temple that required you to get the Mirror Shield. Once it got to that point, it's not that I couldn't do it. It's just I think I lost interest and went and did other things. Maybe went and played Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Stadium 2 or something that was fun for me at that moment. But yeah, those are ones I would love to be able to complete. Same thing, Banjo and Kazooie. I would love to be able to finish Banjo and Kazooie because that was my jam. But every time I got to a certain level, either the memory card got destroyed, the big old memory card pack that would be plugged into the back, either that got lost or something, and I didn't want to do it again. Who knows? But I love Banjo and Kazooie also. Never played the second one. Kind of tends to be a theme here. Armored Core 6 though. That name rings in my head that it's popular, but I don't know much about it. But I can check it up right here. Is that the mech one? Oh, it is the mech one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one is popular. It definitely is. I can see that being a fun one also. I can see that being fun. It's tough for me to play competitive games because I don't like getting super competitive because I don't want to make other people feel bad if I'm doing too good. Oh, no problem, Para. I'm gonna go to sleep too in here in a second, but you're good. You're good. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, hopefully. But like I was saying, I don't really get into competitive games because if I'm doing really well at them, that means I'm making someone else either feel bad, and I don't know. I guess I'm just a softie, and I just don't like hurting other people's time. But I mean that doesn't make sense because I played League of Legends for like 4 years straight when it first came out. So that's all that we were doing at that time until I was able to break that sickness and actually get out of League of Legends. Thankfully, Survivor here. But and also since I played Halo back in the day. I mean that was just all just ruining someone else's day. I still play League of Legends. I can't skip. I'm telling you, and I know the feeling. I am a survivor, like many people are survivors, but we can relapse really easy. Like when was it? What was the mobile game that came out version of it? Whatever the hell it was. When that came out and I could play a miniature version on my phone, Ooh, I had the itch. I was like, it could be so easy. I could just download it right here. It's really fast, quick games. Wild Rift, yeah. I could just play just a couple quick games and everything like that. No one's gonna even notice. Who's gonna have issues with it? And I did it for a little bit, but I was able to get out of it. I think the kids really kind of kept me from going deeper and deeper. The good thing is that I work in the afternoon shift at my university. Oh, look at you! You have a pretty good thing going on there, Pata. So keep on riding that gravy train. Keep on those good times as much as you can. Hopefully it ends up working out and we can play tomorrow. Another one, I forgot what the other one I got into. That was my thing before Wild Rift. There was another one that I used to play with a buddy of mine. That was a 2v2? I think it was a 2v2 or a 3v3 on the phone. I forgot what it was. Yeah, you have a nice night too. Ooh, what was that one called? Me and my buddy got into that super hard also. Where the hell am I going? Am I going back out here? Yeah, I am. I feel like I thought we had to verse the cat also. See, I need a sash or a lace. I need... Oh, there's feet. Nope, can't do anything versus them. There's a lot of things going on here. Let me see if I can go into... Let's do Snow Whites. Ooh, I haven't done Snow Whites just yet. That's right. Something about... Oh, that's right. She's going to use the dwarves to do a lot of things. Okay, so Doc goes... Oh, no, not Doc. Sleepy? Everyone go to sleep. So it's like Strike Raid, but it gets items, which is actually super helpful. Oh, messed that one up. Oh, that's right. It's Whirlwind or whatever. Is everything just gonna go crazy? Just chaotic here? Alright. Come on, there's no stars that come out of all these? None of these kills gave me enough. Alright, I am going to find a save. Oh, I need to get this thing. I need to find a save point because I need to go and get some sleep. get into this mouse hole. Oh no. Thankfully no crash so far. Alright, good stuff. Thank you anyone that might be left over after everything that we've gone through today. But hopefully we see you next time on the channel. And you have a good night if it is for you.